So yesterday, Newcastle United published its first fan engagement review, which is something that's come about because of new Premier League rules, which state the fans are going to have much more say in the running of their club, and it's something that Newcastle United's owners that they're well on board with anyway. I think, had these rules not come in, I think would have seen Amanda Staveley, Jamie Rubin, Darren Eales. I think we'd have seen these people face to face with supporters anyway. But to be honest, it's ended up going hand in hand. If some of you remember back in December when Newcastle were in Riyadh, there was the first international fan event meeting, which I was fortunate enough to be at, and I thought it was a great occasion where supporters got the chance to ask whatever questions they want. They got given pieces of paper to hand in to the support liaison people, and basically they could put down whatever ideas they want, and they were all looked at. They've all been considered by the club, Darren Eales. So a really big positive step forward for Newcastle. Rules or no rules. The other big thing yesterday to emerge from the pack, really well put together pack that landed on everyone's emails yesterday, was about the heritage assets at Newcastle United. First team home colours, club crest, club name. None of these things are under any review. There's no need to be concerned about any change on that soon. But the mere fact that Newcastle have already said that these sort of things will be up for fan discussion should they decide to change them, I think that's a really positive move from Newcastle's point of view. I mean, we all remember the Sports Direct Arena horrific episode where Mike Ashley didn't consult anybody, and then the next day everyone was just told, it was to be called Sports Direct Arena, not St James's Park. Obviously, nobody really went with that. Newcastle came under a lot of criticism. They ended up having to change it back to St James's Park, and it's just good to know that should Newcastle have any thoughts about changing things, modifying things, the fans are going to be fully consulted, and they're going to have a big say in it. We've seen at other clubs where it's gone wrong. Everton changing the badge, Leeds changing the badge, didn't consult the fans, did not go down well at all with the supporters. And that's what I think, the FA have come in and put rules around these things, and Newcastle have got to adhere to them anyway. But the fact Newcastle publishing this report yesterday, thought was a really positive step forward. And if they can produce anything like they did in terms of that fan meeting in Riyadh just before Christmas, then I think we're certainly on the right steps.